Let me tell you a story that stood out in my mind over the last couple of weeks. I don't remember the name of the guy, but there was a guy that won the Nobel Prize, and he was from Brooklyn of all places. Now I can diss on Brooklyn because I'm from Brooklyn. You could tell from my accent. And they asked his mom, they're like, it's not so often that you have somebody from Brooklyn, New York that ends up being a Nobel Prize winner. Did you do anything differently when you raised him? And she thought for a minute and she said, like every kid comes home and you say, how was your day? And they say fine, and if you really push you can get a good. What happened? Nothing. I know I'm speaking from experience when I was a kid and also for my kids. But she said that she turned the question around, and instead of saying, did you have a good day? She said, did you ask a good question? Interesting. Did you ask a good question? Every day he'd come in, walk through the door, did you ask a good question? And that, first of all, allowed him to share what he did for the day, but also throughout his day, it prompted him, I better have a good question. I actually started doing it with my kids, and it's been working. They've thought of things throughout their day to share. But I feel like it's the same thing with a conference. When you ask somebody, oh, was this conference good? Was that conference good? Of course, you want to walk out of there with relationships, maybe with visibility, with exposure, with a check. But at the end of the day, how do you have a good conference? And I feel like the answer is ask a good question. Don't just sit in on a presentation, watch the CEO show their PowerPoint. Go over to him afterwards and ask a good question. Don't just say, hey, here's my business card, I could save you money. That's not gonna work. When you're at the bar, when you're at the networking, think of good questions to have. And if you ask a good question, you're gonna have a good day and you're gonna have a good conference.